Well, good afternoon and welcome to Day 3 coverage of the 67th Korea Open, staged for the first time ever at Leaderboard's Dunes course. We're just outside the city of Chuncheon, northeast of the capital, Seoul. Maverick and Cliff played nicely yesterday to make the weekend. Got off to a bit of a rocky start early doors, but rolled that putt in for birdie on the third.
And playing early portion of the day, Sang-yup Lee really out of the tournament, 5 over par. This is the first cut he has made this year on the KPGA Tour. Getting a nice shot into the par 4.
Well, Bio Kim had a rotten start to the day. Began his Saturday bogey quad, had a double bogey at the 6th, but that birdie at the 7th will bring some small consolation to the former Rookie of the Year on the Asian Tour.
And Dongmin Kim, who had his best finish at the Korean Open, a tight 6th when he was an amateur, trying to best that as a professional. Beautiful start. And converting. No better way to start on a Saturday than an opening hole birdie.
Well, why stop at 1 when you can pick up another? That at the 3rd got him up to 2 under par. Unfortunately, he would take a double bogey at the 9th to turn in even par.
And Pachara Kongwatmai, he could be the name to look after today. The man who can make birdies at a very fast pace.
Last year's KPGA Championship winner Garam John having a brilliant round of golf, starting the day at 4 over par, made the cut on the number, but that was one of 5 birdies in his day. He's 4 under for his round and up to even par for the championship. And it's always a good day when you can pick up a birdie at the difficult par 4 9. So Garam John back just outside the top 10.
We'll see how Poom was able to make up the 2-stroke deficit, teeing off on the very first hole. Looked like slightly pulled for his second shot coming out of the rough, but is it a day that he's going to get the breaks? Getting into the perfect place just underneath the hole.
Self-professed luckiest player on the Asian Tour. He's a pretty good golfer as well. Multiple-time Asian Tour champion, most recently coming in Chinese Taipei a couple years ago. Had to lay up for his second shot at the brutishly long 541-yard par 4 second, but made a lovely par-saving putt after an indifferent pitch. And then Jed Morgan in the group ahead. The Australian who secured the final card of the 2024 season. He's had a very solid start to 2025, and it's been a pretty solid start to the day for the boy from Brisbane. Moves up to 4 under par and is within 3 of your co-leaders. Saksansin, with that hot start, draws level with Songgyu Yoo. And wonderfully converted. It looks like Sadom's just found an old sand-filled divot in that left rough. But you got ample slopes to try and use to collect the ball near that pin today, and that's very nicely struck. And so very nearly a bonus birdie for Songgyu Yoo. Now Kaewkanjana. Excellent approach. Yields a first birdie of the day for Sadom, who now moves ever closer to his compatriot Saksansin and Songgyu Yoo.
Him and Jang just coming off of a bogey on the previous hole, the par 5. Green's much softer today because of the early morning drizzle. This green yesterday was basically like concrete. All the players landing on the green were running over on the back portion.
Lovely putt and a good birdie to balance the books for Scott Vincent on the 6th. Chance to take a step closer to Songgyu Yoo. Now, Morgan. Lovely approach to this point. Can he convert? Yes, he can. So Jed Morgan starting to inch his way up the leaderboard.
It's the same problem here for Kaewkanjana, but just because he is 15 yards closer, should be able to add more loft. And rolling out to a good spot for his birdie attempt. Should be just a slightly uphill putt from there.
The only player to find the fairway, Songgyu Yoo. Can be a lot more aggressive than his Thai playing partners with this one. Gets that to back up nicely. Gorgeous shot from the leader.
It's a bit too strong with the speed on the last birdie attempt.
But the clink of confirmation tells you that that one's found the bottom of the cup. So Kaewkanjana returns himself to 5 under par.
Slightly uphill for him and less break than Sadom's.
Oh, just hammered it through that break. So a golden chance goes a begging for you on 7.
Now birdie attempt for Saksansin to tie Yoo. That was a great putt. Just missing on the high side, rolling half a foot by the hole. Now at the 18th for Tabuena.
It's not going to drop, but it is a solid round of golf that gets Miguel Tabuena back to the fringes of contention.
You just want to place the ball just about pin high right for the best attempt at a birdie. Anything landing to the left there, it will catch that downhill slope. Just pulling up a bit short. He's going to face a pretty quick left to right break and putt.
Brilliant shot from Songgyu Yoo. That was only his 4th bogey of the week back on the 9th. No problem at all for Sadom Kaewkanjana. Up to 5 under par for one of 2 Thai players with the nickname Pet, which means diamond. Opens his account for the day. Brilliant response to the drop shot at 9. You back on top at 7 under par.
A green a few yards above him. Oh, scooped it up beautifully. Applied a lot of spin.
Third shot for Morgan after hacking it from that left rough. Pinch that one off the turf perfectly. Excellent stuff from the Aussie. Currently even par for his round, just coming off a bogey at the par 5 16th. This one should start to turn. Lovely deuce there for Seongbin Choi. His 5th birdie of the day. Claws himself back to even par.
Played the more standard shot there for Kiwon Kim. Bit of a bump and roller. Doesn't have to worry about the release on this coming out of the fairway.
That's a stunner from Kaewkanjana. So important, especially after picking up your first birdie of the day. You consolidate it with a, albeit hard-working par at 11.
And it's at this distance for these professionals. They can really think about having a birdie attempt in a stone-dead distance. Right for his line, but distance very well managed.
You can see him just throwing that right hand through the ball, sort of almost under it.
Having to make putts of this distance.
It's almost like you've seen this movie before, Anthony. Poom Saksansin doing what he does best. Grabbed a whole lot of the hole, but the high side lip out means that ball's carrying a little more speed. It's so hard to hit those downhill big breaking putts from short range with any sort of pace. So the torrid start to the back nine just cools off slightly for Kaewkanjana, settling for a par at 12. Back to 13 and Vincent's third.
It's pin position just in the center portion of the green, but just in an upper ridge.
See the leaves on those trees starting to move about a little, indicating that there's some breeze swirling around the golf course as King E1 sticks one in tight. Can't capitalize on that excellent wedge shot. Be frustrating for Scotty V. Beautiful wedge shot and a nice conversion for Kiwon Kim to get back to 3 under.
Last thing he wants is a ball landing into the upslope of the area short of the pin and then having a lot of backspin on it.
Plenty of height on it. Controlled the spin nicely. Excellent shot from Songgyu Yoo.
And just trying to figure out the uphill speed of the uphill slope in the middle of this putt.
Where that tee shot was, the 5 was well managed for Sadom. In you go. Chip in on the last. Walk-off birdie and a 68 for Insat Kang. Oh, it looked like it was cutting. Oh dear. Has that carried the edge of the penalty area? The search for Songgyu Yoo's second shot.
But if the ball ends up on the back fringe, it's not that bad of a place.
birdies.
Don't think he could have done much better from where he was.
This is by no means an easy putt. Danger is that gets tangled up. They had plenty of pace. You could see the reaction after he made contact with that fourth shot. He knew it didn't have enough and it was hitting left, so... Hits the back of the hole. Poom, Saksansin. Putter's on fire. Oh, the tie. Avoids a bogey. Stays at 7 under. Ooh, that one came out of the sweet spot. There's always the danger of racing that first putt past. So that is a 4 putt for Songgyu Yoo. Min-Soo Kim could make his day a little better if this one drops for a closing 3. Indeed it will. The 74, the number 1 ranked Korean amateur. Excellent stuff. Saved his best for last there. Not easy, those long bunker shots. No wonder he's smiling. Credit where credit's due. Could have so easily folded after that triple bogey. The slope, a lot of respect there, Kaewkanjana. Poom Saksansin leads the Kolon Korea Open by 1 with 18 holes to play.
Hey, this is Julian Sell. Thanks for watching the Asian Tour on YouTube. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.